Yes, people, welcome to Let's Talk Premier League. I'm here with Tom and Jeannie. Obviously, this is the Liverpool Show, and the comments are already here. Connor saying if I don't see Tom or Jeannie, at least one of them, I'm raging. Well, there's both of them here, so you don't have to be raging. Charlie's already got a lovely comment in, and RJ's waiting for here we go. So all is good. How are we all doing?
How are we all doing? We've just pissed away the season, and it's how are we doing? It's not exactly going to be fucking good, is it?
I mean, this is true. Jeannie, you're the most positive Liverpool fan in the world. How are you doing, Bo?
Not great.
Oh, it's fine. We'll win next week. It's fine. No worries.
It's okay, Sonny. Right, I saw your goal reactions, and oh my God, I've never laughed so much in my life.
It's fine. We'll win next week. No worries. It's cool.
Harry actually...
Top four still mathematically possible.
Harry is going to show a bit of mercy. I feel bad for these two already, and we've just started.
Hooray! I'm late, but I'm here.
Charlie and Harry spotted that, and RJ just wants to say hi. So obviously we have to start with one place and one place only, and that was yesterday. Obviously another game at Anfield, another loss. That is now 5 in a row. The meme of Jurgen Klopp counting the 6 on his fingers, lose to Fulham this weekend, and that meme is going to get shoved right where you lot won't want to see it. But Jeannie, we'll start with you. Obviously, we didn't see you on any reaction yesterday. Obviously, went into bed a bit early.
You read it before me.
I feel like Jeannie can see into the future. So also, when we finish, I'd like to know the lottery numbers for this weekend. But Jeannie, what did you think of that game?
Rubbish from start to finish.
Jeannie, just say how it is, man.
I just said it was rubbish from start to finish. They've let me down once again.
It is an understatement, rubbish.
Well, we got to keep it PG, haven't we? So it was awful.
Yesterday weren't PG, was it?
Klopp got it wrong. We let them play into our hands. It's the same as the last 5 performances. It was so easy for them. One ball decides the game. They were waiting on one ball. It was just awful. Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fair. Tom, your team came out like they were Burnley Football Club. I mean, there's no justification for that.
At least Burnley win games in the Premier League. Burnley win games at Anfield.
Yeah.
We came out like one team. I've had like a day to, I've had a day to properly, like reflect on the results and reflect on the situation, and nothing has changed. It's still shit. I can't believe we pissed away this season, and with the news now that we're going to lose money in the Nike sponsorship deal because we're not going to get top 4, it's just pathetic. And it's all down to the owners for not giving Jurgen Klopp what he wanted when he wanted it. Yeah. And then not giving him the one he wanted. What the fuck is Ben Davies done? Couldn't choose the free NHS we've got in the medical staff at bloody Kirkby. That's all he's done.
I mean, do you not think that champions of English football should be going to a championship to get a first team centre back, or is that only Liverpool that would do that?
Mate,
Tom has no words for that.
Even Leicester didn't do that. Leicester.
No. That's true. Sonny, obviously, we've seen your goal reactions, and me, RJ, and Saul.
I'm just looking at the replies now. Everyone's coming at me. I love it. Twitter's coming at me.
Everyone's loving it.
I've just gone on Twitter now. They hate me. I'm sure why.
I bet they do. I don't know why. I thought you lot played abysmally shit yesterday. But you've had near enough 24 hours to think about the game. Anything changed?
I've actually tried to not think about the game, if you get what I mean. But no, nothing's changed. Nothing has changed because the thing that annoyed me about that game last night is that how long it took us to actually start playing. Like, we didn't play at all in that first half. And usually at Anfield, we'll play okay. Like, recently we'll play okay. But this game, we didn't even get going. We just waited. And obviously, even waiting is not good enough because we can't score a goal.
Yeah, I mean, Harry wants to know what did you think of Firmino and Mane yesterday?
You know what? Firmino is just the same every game. But Mane, I've realised I was actually being a bit too fair for Mane because what he's done in the past. This season, Mane's been no better than Firmino, and that's bad. Like being no better than Firmino is really bad.
He's been worse. The stats prove.
I wouldn't say worse. No, I wouldn't say worse though. I wouldn't say worse because Mane's had a few good.
One less goal.
But you're looking at the stats. Mane's had a few good performances this season. Firmino has had very little.
Name them. Name Mane's good performances.
Southampton away. All the ones he scored in.
Lost 1-0.
Yeah, good performance. This is what I'm talking about. Not stats, just a good performance. I'm talking about performance on the pitch.
That night, all he did was get fouled and not get a pen for it.
He was our best player on the pitch. There's no excuses for it, but I'm comparing him to Firmino. We're comparing shit versus shit here. I'm not saying that Mane's this amazing player.
I think that sums up
Firmino for a reason.
I think that sums up Mane's season. That when we're asked about good performances in the first one, we think of his 1-0 loss to Southampton.
What sums up Mane's season is that he's getting compared to Firmino.
This is true. Charlie's saying you lot are closer to Fulham on points than you are to Man City. If I speak, guys, that is peak. You are closer to relegation. No. You are closer to relegation.
That's what it was like with City last year, though, and they weren't getting this sort of shit. That's the one thing, though.
They were closer to relegation. That's the thing.
They were closer to the
bottom. I don't care about relegation.
You don't care. I mean, that is.
Well, we're not going to get relegated, are we?
New challenge season.
Sonny has asked a fair few times to be relegated if you lose. I mean, Sonny, you fancy Luton away?
I want a new challenge. A challenge that we can maybe live up to.
I'm not sure you would enjoy the championship. Harry, I'm sure in the comments will be able to tell us what the championship's like. Charlie saying Kabak injured as well. No way. You lot and your centre backs. I don't know what you're doing, but it's horrific.
I genuinely think we just take them out to the back of Kirkby and shoot them.
What's that lad from Arsenal who joined us? I forget his name. Chris Morgan. Yeah, since he left Arsenal's injuries have been at the lowest ever, I believe.
Charlie just posting some song lyrics.
He was doing that last night in my stream. I was like, what's going on?
He's just, I think he's just very happy. Harry asking why everyone's so depressed on here. We're talking about the reigning champions.
That makes it worse.
Charlie is just literally putting song lyrics. He's just a very happy young man at the moment. Liverpool Luton, come on. I mean, I think Harry fancies his chances against Liverpool.
I fancy it too.
You'd get killed if you came to Luton. Sonny will understand. Drew would kill you lot.
Kill if you kill Luton. I see what you've done there. I see it now. You wouldn't understand, but I see what you've done there.
Right. So obviously the Chelsea result, we're not going to go too much into it. But there was a lot that happened in that game that I feel that we need to dissect. Now, we'll start with the 10 men behind the ball, 11 men behind the ball and hoping to keep a clean sheet. If it weren't for a dodgy offside, Werner would have scored against you lot, and it's Werner.
No, this is what I said. The German Shea Adams. Like, we made him look like he was actually back to his Bundesliga self. But he's not.
Jürgen Klopp's obsessed with this high line, but we're not pressing this year. And a high line doesn't work if you're not pressing the man who's got the ball, because then he has too much time to pick a pass over the top of it. That's the issue that we've got with that midfield.
We play a high line when we don't even attack. It's constantly high.
Mate, we could have two 80-year-old bloody centre-backs and you go, nah, high line, we'll catch them offside here, VAR.
I know.
It's pathetic. He needs to adapt. He's not exempt from criticism. He has to adapt. It's a be-all, end-all.
You do, especially when you're playing against Werner. And I'm no tactical genius. Even I would know to drop. Look at what United did. Drop your line a bit further back. Don't give him that space to exploit your centre backs. As Werner's all for balls over the top and running onto him. That's what he lives off. It's what he lived off in the Bundesliga. If you played against Leipzig and you did the same, like he feeds off that. That's literally bread and butter to him. So why is Klopp not? If I can see that, why is Klopp not seeing that?
Because Klopp's a stubborn old man. He sees it, but he doesn't change it because this worked 3 years ago when we had the best centre back in the world at the time and an attack that was all firing. Now that it's not working.
I don't know, Tom. I doubt we know. There has to be something behind it, because we can't just say Klopp's stubborn. We get that he is, but it's got to be something else.
Like what?
Exactly, like what? I don't know.
Genie, any ideas?
I have no idea. I don't think
That's
the club.
what I'm saying.
There's so many issues. I don't think it's anything behind the scenes. There's just so many issues. The players aren't performing. We're not set up right. How can you go to Chelsea, who literally prepared to play Timo Werner behind the line and put our line at the halfway line?
Yeah,
it really is shocking. It happened every single time in that first half. It was so simple. I could have gone in the pitch and played Werner through.
I mean,
we set up wrong, and don't even get me started on the substitutions.
Well, we'll get into them. Easy, Tiger. Trust me. We'll discuss that one because I feel like someone's going to Madrid after that. And absolutely no one can blame him, in my opinion. Now, actually, screw it. Let's talk Salah. I mean, you're 1-0 down at Anfield. You need a goal against Chelsea. Mane's missed a sitter. Well, when I say missed a sitter, he's not even kicked the ball right.
He's missed
Firmino's having a Firmino performance, and Klopp stood on the touchline and said, I know how I can make this game better. I'm going to take off my top goal scorer. In fact, the top goal scorer of the league, I'm going to put Oxlade-Chamberlain on. Now, does someone want to explain to me where in any thought process you take off Salah for Oxlade-Chamberlain?
I think it was. I don't agree with it, but I think it was to protect the confidence of Firmino and Mane. Do I think it's right? No. Before the first half, the Sky cameras showed
confidence of them.
To not shatter exactly, and it'll ruin it even more. Did I not just say? Do I agree with it? No. But that's the only reasonable. That's the only reasonable I can think of.
Last time I saw something like that, what I saw last night was the end of Benitez when he was taking Fernando Torres off on the 60th minute because he didn't trust him to see out games.
Well, can you explain it then? Go on, you explain it. You explain why Klopp did it.
I can only go off what Klopp said, and it was Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's trained well.
But Ox. No, that's not right because Ox came on for Jones.
No,
it was Jota for Salah. Yes, it was. It was Jota for Salah.
When he came off for Ox, he was coming off for Oxlade-Chamberlain and Jones.
But that wasn't the like for like, was it? Because Jota.
No, I know
Mane moved on to the right and Jota.
No, I know that, but when you watch him come off, he is being taken off for Oxlade-Chamberlain.
That's not what Klopp set up to do.
I think we just discussed them as two separate things. Why are you taking the top scorer off, and why are you bringing on Oxlade-Chamberlain, who hasn't done anything since 2017? I think we only paid that man to be our social media influencer. That's it.
He's not even good at that, Tom. He's not even good at that. He's just got a fit girlfriend. And that's it.
The fact that he's having to come out and say that, he played because he trained well, even though Keita would probably be a better footballing fifth, but make more footballing sense. I don't get the thinking behind that. He's written off this season already in his head if he's doing that. That's Stonewall. If he isn't making footballing decisions and he's just trying to keep squad harmony up, he's written off the season. That's it. I don't think you could have it more clear this day. Because that game, although we were poor, if you have Salah on that pitch, you can very easily get a goal.
Sonny, what's your thoughts of taking off Salah?
Mate, we need a goal and we take off the Premier League top scorer. I don't even know what else to say. Like, what reasoning is? By the way, Salah was probably as bad as Mane and Firmino, but you still don't do that.
Salah was our best out of our front three. He created two very good chances. One of them, Mane.
Yeah, but he was still having a poor game.
He didn't get the ball enough. But when he got the ball, he actually created the chances.
Still having a poor game.
All he could do was cross because Rudiger was going out to him, Chilwell was going out to him, and holding him out wide. And when he's putting in these great balls, Curtis Jones is trying to backheel him into the net from 25 yards out.
I know, and Mane missing the ball.
Like, I'm sorry, he can't do much more than what he did that game. It weren't a great performance, but he couldn't have done any more.
Harvey Elliott.
Charlie's asking if Harvey Elliott is going to help your situation. He also said he actually went off. Well, you may have to use Harvey Elliott next year. If you lose money on a sponsorship deal and don't get Champions League, your sort of budget's going to be a lot smaller. It's going to be like Arsenal's budget under Conke's. It's going to be.
You know what? I'm going to be a positive fan right now. We're going to be the inaugural winners of the new European trophy. Look at that. We just ignore how you qualify. We just ignore how you qualify and like the level of teams in there. We will be the inaugural winners of the next UEFA competition. United City.
Tom, where do you think we're going to finish?
8th.
You generally think we're going to finish 8th?
I think that's optimistic. If I'm being real, if I'm being real, I think 9th or 10th.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Genie, tell me why not. Then tell me why not.
Well, we're not going to finish 8th or 9th or 10th. Don't be stupid. Because we'll turn it round.
Oh my life! Here we go.
We will. Have you seen our fixtures?
We were meant to turn it around last night.
Where do you think we'll finish, Sonny?
Well, we're 7th now.
Yeah.
Every single team above us is better than us. Probably
they're not. Everton aren't better than us. Tottenham aren't better than us.
You think Everton are going to have a worse end to the season than us?
West Ham aren't better than us.
Do you think Everton are going to have a worse end to the season than us?
Yeah, I do. We'll finish above Everton.
I don't.
We'll finish above Tottenham. We'll finish above Everton.
We'll finish above
West Ham.
Everton if Everton lose the rest of their games and finish like 10th. We're not going to finish above them to like be 5th or something because we're not finishing in the top 5.
We are.
We're not. Not a chance.
They're currently 5th, aren't they? With the game in hand over.
Who, Everton? They will bottle it.
Well, I mean, where's your? They managed to. You say bottle, but they managed to beat you at Anfield.
Hang on, if they're going to bottle it, then what are we doing?
I think we'll turn it around.
I don't think so.
I expect us to win our next 10 games up until United. Our next 10 games up until right. Hang on, let me get the fixtures up.
I'm excited for this.
No. Right, Tom, open your eyes. Right, we'll beat Fulham. We'll beat Wolves. We'll beat Arsenal.
No, we won't.
Villa will be tough. We'll probably beat Villa. We'll beat Leeds and we'll beat Newcastle. And then United will be very tough. But the end of the season, Southampton, awful form. West Brom, they'll be relegated by then. No one cares about them.
I'm struggling to think why you think this
Burnley,
matters.
Probably a tough game. And we'll smash Palace with fans as well.
We can't even beat Brighton. They can't score goals and we can't beat them. And you expect us to beat some of the important teams in the league.
We're still capable of beating Brighton. We've just,
I need to have a look.
In recent form, we've just bottled it.
Recent form? This is more than form.
Nah. Brighton's loss was recent, so of course. Tom, sit down and have some confidence in your team.
Mate,
it's
what
honesty.
have they shown me in the past 2 months to give me confidence in this team? What have they shown me? They haven't shown me anything.
They are still capable of having a strong finish to the end of the season.
No, not without Henderson, not without a captain.
Genie,
they are.
Genie, the voice of reason here. You didn't beat Brighton.
I know we didn't.
You didn't beat Burnley.
And every team you named there who said we're going to beat, we probably didn't beat the last time.
Not yet. We will beat Burnley.
Do you know how good form Fulham are in right now?
Yeah, Fulham's going to be a really tough game.
Had a point yesterday.
Yeah, I fear Fulham on the weekend, but I think we'll win them all after that.
Hold up. So, I mean, one of the Chelsea, Liverpool boys. Do you want to just explain to Genie what realistic means? Because I think the poor lads.
I've realised this season we no longer go into games saying, "Well, we will beat them. It just might not be a great game." We don't beat these teams anymore. So,
I mean,
last season we play crap and win. This season we play crap and we lose. That's the difference. I haven't seen a good performance from us for the past 2 months.
So you got
there hasn't
Fulham
been a
on
performance
Sunday.
similar to last season. There's no way we're winning 10 out of the last how many games because the
So you got
confidence isn't there. Nothing's there.
Fulham Sunday.
We're going to focus
Fulham
on Champions
Sunday.
League. We need Porto to get into that semi-finals. Otherwise, it's not happening. We might not even beat Porto. We battered them
would
year
beat
in,
Porto.
year out,
Don't
and
be
we
silly.
might not beat them.
We would beat Porto.
Why would we beat Porto?
Because we're good in the Champions League. We would beat Porto. Come off it, we wouldn't beat Porto. Go and support someone else. We'll beat Porto.
Oh,
We can't be
so
right. We can't
you,
be right. We can beat.
you've got Fulham
I
on
want to have
Sunday.
confidence in this team, Genie. I so want to believe in this team, but I just can't off this past 2 months.
Go and
I
support
can't
Plymouth
believe
with
it.
Niall.
So your next 5 fixtures, you've got
Wouldn't
Fulham
mind.
Sunday, Leipzig on Wednesday, Wolves on Monday, Arsenal on the 3rd, and then Villa with Grealish.
he's back.
And then you've got Leeds United that's going to carve your centre-backs like Turkey
And
at
we'll
Christmas.
carve their centre-backs.
I'm not so sure with Firmino and Mane.
Salah
But
hat-trick.
Salah I
Salah
agree
hat-trick.
with.
Oh.
Salah
Don't
I
laugh
agree
it off. He
with.
did
But,
it last time.
yeah, but they're going to carve your centre-backs like Turkey at Christmas.
They're not going to carve our centre-backs.
Are
The only
you
one
sure
that'll do
about
it is
that?
Rafinha. Yes. I have full faith.
You-
If we played like
Genie,
Philip...
you nearly let Timo Werner score against you. In fact, he did put the ball
We
in the
did.
back of the
Yeah.
net.
I know. Timo Werner's a
Timo
good player.
Werner. Yeah,
Timo
but
Werner's
he's
a
been
good
in
player.
He's been in some horrific form.
Yeah,
That
but when
was
you
gonna
give
be like-
him that space, he's a perfect player to play.
We've
If
let
we're going to
Steven
give him all that
Alzate
space
score
and play a
at-
high line, Werner's one you want.
We've let
What?
Steven Alzate score around field. And you
Right.
don't think that we're going to be torn apart by a player with an ounce of footballing ability? This defence crumbles.
What's your point there with let Steven Alzate score at Anfield?
It's Steven Alzate. If you get a player who can actually play football, like Rafinha can, like
Does it-
Bamford kind of can, they will eat.
Well,
A makeshift
I
backboard that
can,
we've got.
well, you can just reverse that and name all the players that haven't turned up at Anfield this season.
Bruno Fernandes, but that's not anything special.
Bruno
You couldn't
Fernandes,
even hack
Kane.
Emirates.
What?
You couldn't even hack it at the bloody Emirates, Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, well, what
If
about
you can't
Kane?
hack the Emirates,
Did Kane perform against us?
No.
No,
Well,
he
where
didn't.
we in bad form when Tottenham Hotspur turned
So
up Anfield?
we can't use this stupid Steven Alzate rubbish. He's not
Well,
going
it
to
can
score
be.
against us every week, is he? It was a fluke
So
goal.
we've got a couple of comments here. Harry's saying someone clip this, they're going to turn it around. He also says you'd expect to beat teams like Burnley, though. and you
Exactly.
didn't. Charlie says, don't you mention bottling it. You were 10 points clear in the 18-19 and we won the league.
No, but that's not
We
bottling.
also
You just
won the
won every
Champions
game.
League. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did win the Champions
to
League.
be fair,
Charlie, what we're doing now is
Nine,
not
not to-
bottling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that season was bottling it. It was just two fantastically good teams battling for a trophy. MSC, who'll be on the United show later tonight, how's top 6?
You make it sound good, actually. Top 6. I'm surprised we're still. No, we're not even in top 6.
To
I'm not
be
in
fair,
top 6.
Ian, question, right? If we don't get top 4,
We're not getting top 4.
you'd rather finish 9th? Surely.
No. Why don't
Why? Because I don't want to be in the
No. Look, me personally, I'd rather finish.
Winners of that, thank you very much.
We'd get more.
Something no one can take away from us.
No, they're not going in the.
No
I'm not
one can take away from us. First winners of the UEFA Conference League.
Europa Conference.
Are you not looking forward to our away trips to the back half of Azerbaijan? Because I am.
No.
I can't wait for Virgil van Dijk to get thrown bottles at by the 2 people that turn up to them stadiums. It's going to be immense.
Hey, if you're lucky, if you're lucky, you'll get Dundalk. Dom is in the comments. Dom saying, "Good evening, Liverpool fans.
Fantastic.
Good week." Genie's still
It's funny
optimistic.
because if you're counting as in 7 days, in the last 7 days we've got more points than
Why,
United.
Ginny? Not
We've
everything
got more
needs to be
points than United
positive.
in the last 7 days. So have that United, Dom. Bloody dominoes.
Your captain said, "Don't let it slip," and then slip the next game to lose the title.
Hang on.
Imagine a City
Guys,
fan.
Daniel saying, "You're all right, boys, Super Mason Mount." I just want to make sure the people in the comments know this is their weekly counselling session, so we need to be a bit more supportive because two of them are in a crisis, and one of them is in some different land or different planet, but very optimistic.
Yes. Let's get it straight. At the minute, we are in a crisis. I get that. At the minute, we are awful, beyond awful at the minute. But I still expect us to turn it round. Don't worry. I know we're in a crisis, and I fear for us come the end of the season.
MSC, I'm crying tears of joy. Liverpool that I know are back. Harry saying you might make a nice away trip to Luton and go through someone's back garden into the away end. That is true story, actually. There is a back garden to get into the away end. Dom is saying, ooh, living in Genie's head. And Daniel saying he enjoyed your video, Sonny. So you're getting something good out of that.
A lot of people on Twitter didn't. Yeah,
well, what do you expect? You sort of crucified Mane, and I'm presuming that's why you're getting hate for crucifying Mane.
I haven't read into it, to be honest. But...
yeah, I wouldn't if I was you. But okay, right. What we'll do is we'll go round and we'll ask where you all think Liverpool will finish at the season.
Okay, no,
Jeannie, I'm presuming you think you're going to come second or something.
No, I don't.
First, you think we're going to win the league?
I think the thing is, sixth is the most likely, but I still think we're going to get fourth. But sixth is the most likely. But I do think we'll get fourth.
You don't think that. You just want to think that. So do I. I don't truly think that.
So sixth or fourth.
Sixth or fourth, optimistic from Jeannie. Tom?
I don't know.
Don't say lower than 6.
I could genuinely see 8th or 9th.
Oh no!
It's sad, isn't it, Jeannie? But have you been watching us recently, or are you just going to go off the name Liverpool?
These boys have not proved anything over the past 2 to 3 months to show me anything other than mid-table mediocrity, and I can't believe it.
Right, it's okay. I'm gonna jot these down, and we'll see which one of you gets it right towards the end of the season. Sonny, where do you think Liverpool will finish?
You know what you just said. Imagine it's lower than what we all predict.
It won't be lower than 8th or 9th.
So we're 7th right now. I'm looking at the table now. Almost everyone above us who we're fighting with has a game in hand. And so do the people behind us. Some people even have 2.
Ouch.
So I'm going to go for, because these players don't want to be fighting for Europa League, because we're not fighting for the Champions League. I don't care what Jeannie says. We're not fighting for top 4.
We are fighting
we're
for
not.
top 4.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We were fighting for top 4 last night, Jeannie, and we've seen. I'll go. You know what? Tottenham will come back. West Ham will keep it up. Everton will keep it up, kind of, but they'll still finish above us. And then the teams above us, the teams above them, we don't even need to think about. We'll probably finish 8th. I think we'll just edge Villa. We'll edge Aston Villa.
Ouch.
And I'll be dancing. We'll edge Aston Villa.
We've got Jeannie saying
either up last season. Come on.
We've got Jeannie going with either 4th or 6th. Tom's going 8th or 9th. Sonny's going 9th. I think it'll be 8th and 8th. Yeah, that's what I put down. And I think
these lot. I've just remembered that these lot won a fucking trophy parade after this season. After this shit show of a season, these still won the trophy parade.
I'll go with what Tom said, 8th or 9th, because I think that is where you'll finish. Martial's having a better season than Mane. I'm not sure that's true. That is
you know what? Bullshit. I think he might be. His team's second.
No. We're talking individually. As
I know we are.
Sergio
Aguero's been the best striker in the league this season. His team's first.
No, he's not played.
Big up Sergio. Yeah, I think he's played the Premier League.
Dom saying first time I've seen Tom smile about Liverpool in a while. I'm not sure if it's genuine smiling or just not knowing what sort of emotions to show. Charlie thinks you'll finish 18th. I think that's a bit harsh. Daniel saying 8th. We've got a couple of 8s here. Harry saying never seen so many Liverpool fans smiling. Top 4 gonna win the Champions League as well, mate. Do any of you think you can win the Champions League? Genie probably.
You know what? I actually did. Like, I'm embarrassed with myself. This time 2 weeks ago, I actually thought we might have been able to do it.
You should be.
I'm disgusted with myself. If we get to the quarterfinals,
we can still make the final. I do still think we can make the final, but I don't know if we can win.
Oh, finally, Tommy, you're being deluded. Finally.
Genie,
I'm not getting to no final.
It'll be very much like 17-18. The only reason I'm saying that is if we're still in the Champions League come the semi-finals, Virgil van Dijk will be playing, because I think Jurgen Klopp's sick to the back teeth.
No, it won't work. They won't work like that, Tom.
That'll really help his ACL injury. Genie, I'm presuming that you think Henderson's going to be lifting the Champions League trophy this season.
Probably not, but there's a chance.
Oh, freaking hell! You've actually gone realistic.
It depends.
Of course, you still have a chance. You're still in the Champions League, but the realistic option is Henderson is not.
Like United.
This is true, but I think they're going to be in the Champions League next season. So I wouldn't give them too much smoke.
Sorry, but who'd want to go on away days to Barcelona when you can go on away days to Carabao? There's clear levels in this.
Charlie thinks you'll finish 8th as well. Dom saying, I swear Tom just says this to annoy Genie. I wouldn't put it past him. Arsenal versus Liverpool going to be a top 6 point.
Hang on, say again. What's that?
Arsenal versus Liverpool is going to be a top 10 6-pointer.
That is actually shocking.
That is savage. Charlie saying worst title defence in Premier League history based on points. Look, they have had a lot of injuries.
I don't think points is the correct way to base that stuff off, because we were that good last season. I think you're better off basing it on position. I'm not sure you want to do. I'm not sure you want to do either. We're pretty close to it. We are pretty close to
it. Genie has got his number 1 fan in the comments. This is why I love Genie. And the football landscape, the Arsenal fan thinks you'll finish.
Oh, get in.
That's very optimistic there.
He's an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, it's the one on Twitter.
I wouldn't want to finish 5th.
Pull up his comment.
No, I would.
Pull up his comment. He's got the Champions League badge.
No. Well, yeah.
That's the Champions League.
Hey, he's trying to be neutral.
Okay.
Mate, our only slim chance of making Champions League now is if we finish 5th and City win the Champions League.
I can't possibly comment.
No way. Does it work like that?
We'd take the Champions League spot because they.
Is that how it works? 5th place gets Champions League. I don't know if it does.
So whoever wins the Europa League.
I swear that's only the FA Cup.
No. I'm pretty sure they work it out.
Champions League as well.
Is one that the reason? I swear we saw that recently.
Because then they'd have one less team in the competition.
Wasn't it United that dropped one of them to Europa League because they finished 4th, but United won the Europa League under Jose?
What happened was when Chelsea won the league outside of the Chelsea won the Champions League in 2012 when they finished 6th, and Tottenham then didn't get Champions League because of it.
Oh yeah. What happens if an English team won the Europa League? Does 4th then go to Europa League as well? You can't have more than 4 people from one country. That's the thing.
I haven't got a clue. Oh, that'll be us next season.
It doesn't work like that, apparently. I'm gonna Google that because I don't know what goes on.
Europa Conference League, up the fucking Europa Conference League.
You excited about the Europa Conference League, Tom? Or
first ever winners? You'll never sing that.
Are you sure you'd win it? That's the question.
Yeah, no, we'd win it.
Finally, being positive.
Of course, we'd win it. I wouldn't even be able to pronounce the teams we're playing against.
What?
I wouldn't even be able to pronounce the teams that we'd play against. Of course, we'd win it.
You do realise that the scouting our opponents in that Europa Conference League will be going up to like some random Azerbaijan shops and asking you know your shop assistant that works here on the week. Is he any good at footy? Like, what's he good at? That's our level of scouting when we're in that Europa Conference League next year.
Apparently, according to MSC, they changed rules. If you tune into United Show, we'll discuss it briefly there because he seems to know a little bit more about that. No, if someone out of the top 4 wins a UEL. What? I mean, that makes no sense. It will be 5 teams. Spain did the other year. I mean, fair. There were 5 in the Champions League when United won the Europa League. And Harry said you'd be paying for Wi-Fi passwords. Moving on from that very depressing comment. I was disappointed with Thiago yesterday. Only 2 thumbs up. What I was expecting was the 12 thumbs up per 90, but he didn't set his own sort of target set. So how disappointed were you with his thumbs up performance?
Nah. This thumbs
What do you mean, Genie? Be careful what you say here, mate. Just
what?
Don't say he was awful.
On Thiago last night.
Thiago, you don't think he was awful?
No, I think he was. I thought you were trying to make him too not to be.
That's what I'm going to say. Thiago should not be playing against Fulham. I don't want to see him. I don't want him playing against Fulham.
Well, who do we play then?
Do you want Genie Wijnaldum playing against Fulham?
Yes, he has to play against Fulham. He's our only 6. He's our only 6, Tom.
To be fair, did you realise that when
Milner... again.
Actually, we'll get to Milner in a bit.
You've got 2 fit centre-backs now in Phillips and Ben Davis. You've shown in the last game that you don't care about the league. Play the 2. Put Fabinho in the midfield. Give it him back. Give him the 6 back. Give Ox a game. Give Milner a game. Get Kenny down from the stands. He can go back up front. He might find the back of the net.
Jones and Keita. If Fabinho doesn't play CDM, it should be Genie, Keita, and Naby. What has done?
That's bold of you saying Naby like he's going to get a minute.
What has Thiago done to warrant a start?
Well, what's Naby done not to get a start?
What do you mean? What's Naby not done?
Because Naby won't get a start. Naby deserves one, but he won't get one.
He will. He'll start on Sunday. He will. Klopp, trust me, Klopp will play Keita and Thiago. He'll probably drop
this trophy for too long.
Pardon?
What has Genie Wijnaldum done to deserve to start if Thiago doesn't deserve to start?
He has to play the 6. I'm not saying that Genie deserves to start.
We can do. Because this has worked so well. Why don't we get rid of the 6? Why don't we get rid of the 6?
If Genie doesn't play, then your captain is a non-English
I'd rather
speaking.
play James Milner. I would rather play James Milner.
We'll get into James Milner because I've got a question about that.
Do you think Thiago? Do you think Genie was bad last night?
Well,
awful.
No, I don't think he was awful.
He wasn't.
He couldn't have reached Thiago levels of bad, but he was very close to.
He wasn't very close to.
Hang on. Do you notice this? Do you notice this? I think Genie's having an impact on our midfield. Do you see what Thiago's playing the exact same game now? Where he just loves to turn around and start playing it backwards again. I think Wijnaldum's actually having a bad impact on the players around him. In a footballing sense.
MSC's asking me if I just rolled up Liverpool's chances of getting top 4. No, I rolled up a cigarette.
You rolled up Liverpool's chance of getting top 8 with the way we're playing.
Dom makes an interesting comment here. Do you think Thiago fits the style of the Liverpool style of play?
Yeah.
People have said the move.
Yes, he does.
Of the move of Van der Beek should have been to Liverpool and Thiago to United due to playing styles. Do you think that if Ollie had Thiago and Klopp had Van der Beek, the players would be in a better situation?
No.
Do you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He would.
It's hard to get in a worse situation than we are.
Is Van der Beek getting man of the match in the derby?
Let me explain, Tom. Shh. Let me explain.
Let Genie
It's nothing about the quality. It's about the style of play. Thiago is twice the player that Van der Beek is. Don't worry about that. But the thing is, Liverpool last season, we don't play through the midfield. Thiago is a player that needs the ball in midfield. If you watch us last season, it's full-backs or it's long balls to the attackers. That's how we played. Our midfield, Genie, Henderson and Fabinho, are all ball-winning midfielders. Their job was to cover the fullbacks and win the ball back. Thiago this season, do I think Thiago will be unreal in Fabinho and Henderson with Thiago in? Yes. At the minute, is he fitting the play style?
That's not a problem then, is it?
What's not a problem?
If once we get these players back, it shouldn't be a problem.
No, but at the minute, and what we've seen last season,
but everything's a problem at the
Thiago's
minute.
play style doesn't suit it because we didn't use the midfield last season.
Thiago has won more balls back than Wijnaldum this season.
Thiago United would because they play through the midfield. They need that six.
And you think Donny would be the ball-winning midfielder you need in that midfield?
Loads of balls back.
I've not seen enough of
He's
him.
averaging 3 successful tackles a game.
Well, to be fair,
Thiago's averaging 3 successful tackles a game.
How many times is he getting on the ball?
Yeah, but we're not here discussing Gini Wijnaldum. We were just comparing.
I'm not slating Thiago.
Look, we weren't here. We're not here discussing Gini and Thiago. We were here just merely because Dom thinks that Thiago would be a better fit at United and Van der Beek a better fit for Liverpool at this precise moment, which I think Gini agrees with. Sonny, do you disagree or agree with that?
Well, I just struggle to see how he doesn't do better anywhere, to be honest. So I think that's it.
Do you think Van der Beek? Do you think Donny would help your midfield though?
No, Donny
because of our injuries, he would because he's goal scoring.
Right, yeah.
He's a goal scoring midfielder.
Yes, like the midfielder score goals though. Yes, like we get
Donny van der Beek is a box midfielder, like in the opposition's box midfielder.
Do you think do that?
What have we been struggling with this season? We can't finish. We can't make chances.
Mate,
he would come. Look, long term.
Naby Keita does that job and then doesn't play. He gets punished for going into their box. Yeah,
I agree.
Doesn't like his midfielders attacking.
But that's not the question, though.
Fucking pointless.
But that's not the question. If Van der Beek was with us, would he do a better job than Thiago's done so far? Yes.
No.
Long term, no, probably not.
MSC saying Ethan
this season now because we're not willing to let the midfield attack because we'd be even more exposed at the back. Don't even want to imagine that, but we'd be even more exposed if we were letting the midfield properly attack.
You've got a new fan, Luke. Gini Wijnaldum stinks. Ollie would 100% play Thiago. I'm not convinced by that. Ollie seems to not.
Oh, don't get Noel started. Don't get Noel started. United. I'll be here all day.
No,
my dinner's ready now.
Don't try and tell me that he wouldn't. Don't try and tell me he wouldn't play Thiago.
Ollie needs a DM before he starts messing around with it. There's all sorts of things. We'll probably go into it later on tonight on the United show. Daniel saying Thiago is perfect for Chelsea. I mean, fair. Charlie saying so United won the UEL 16, 17, 36 and got UCL with Chelsea, Spurs, City and Liverpool 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, and Everton 7th didn't qualify and 7th normally qualifies for the qualifiers.
My head's all over the place. That's a lot of words and numbers.
Yeah, so basically what he's saying is that in the Champions League that season there was 5 teams from England.
Yeah. I get
and then Everton, who finished 7th, didn't qualify for Europa League. So in the Europa League you only had 5th and 6th. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're not even going to finish in a Europa League spot.
We've got that one sorted. Luke saying yes, but nobody has completed more expected thumbs up than Thiago.
This is what we've got to. Pause.
Sonny's just commented Firmino.
That's not me. That's just someone who knows ball. That's not me.
Oh well, whoever's on the Liverpool Addiction YouTube channel.
We all agree. We all agree.
Genie, do you agree that Firmino out?
No.
Right, okay, Genie, right. Let's discuss Firmino.
If we want to win,
I don't agree Firmino out.
Right, go on then.
Firmino out of the starting 11, I agree with, but Firmino out the club, no.
Well, that comes into whether he's been happy on the bench. So.
Well, I wouldn't. To be fair, Firmino doesn't strike me as the one that's going to have a fit for playing on the bench. If we could keep Firmino, so would you have Firmino on your bench?
I would have Firmino on the bench. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you're not going to play Firmino regularly, you get rid of him because he's on too much money.
Exactly. That's why
he's on like 150 grand a week.
Possibly, but I wouldn't go around saying Firmino out because I don't want him to leave.
I mean, that's fair. MSC saying Donny van de Beek is more of a 10. He'd defo be a better fit for Liverpool. Only reason he doesn't get game time with us is because we have a best player in the world in that position. No, Donny's more of an 8. And the reason Donny can't play is because you have to play with a double pivot because you haven't got a good enough DM and Matic is too old. My Nan would probably be a better striker option than Firmino. No disrespect to my Nan.
It's not disrespectful to Nan.
Moving on, we'll talk James Milner. You also needed a goal last night and decided James Milner was a good option. Thoughts on bringing on James Milner? But he did take the captaincy off Gini Wijnaldum when he came on, so maybe Milner's the third captain.
It's not. I don't have any issue with James Milner. James Milner was actually pretty good when he came on, but he is not the issue.
Tom,
he's not. Mate,
Tom,
what did he do?
You just said he was good when he came on. We were all, every single player who came on. We had the possession. As a midfielder, you simply can't come on and have a bad game when we're 1-0 down.
But he was still good. He was leading our press. He was actually trying to get us back into that game.
Would that give you hope for future games to start him?
Yeah, you start him. I'd bench Thiago. I'd bench Wijnaldum. I'd chuck Milner at the 6, and I'd go Keita and Jones. Because let's be honest, Milner at the 6 can't be much worse than Gini Wijnaldum at the 6.
I mean, that's fair. Genie, still title charge still on, or if we scrap the title charge?
We're in top 4 charge now. In fact, I shouldn't say that because I shouldn't say that.
I don't know why I'm playing. We weren't in it anyway.
But no title charge. But I do worry for us come the end of the season.
Do you think that the title is now completely out of reach, Genie, or is there still that last?
Yes. Let's not take the Mickey. I'm not that optimistic. But I do worry for us now.
I mean, that's the first time Genie's ever said that he worries about Liverpool now.
Nah, but it's sad.
Yeah, it's sad, but we still say it because we have to.
No, not our league position. Our current team. It's the best Liverpool.
So what?
Team.
Our league position isn't sad.
Well, it's obviously it's sad.
Really sad.
Obviously, it's sad.
Dom saying Tom is actually going to punch holes.
Tom. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with what I'm saying?
Oh God.
Come on, Tom. It's counselling. It's counselling session. You got to talk.
Position isn't sad. We're fucking.
I didn't say that.
You did.
Did I say that?
You did just say that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I said our team's sad.
West Ham were relegation favourites at the start of the season, and we are behind.
We're behind West Ham. Oh my God!
It's not funny. It's not a laugh and a joke. We're behind West Ham. Obviously, it's sad.
I'd rather have Mikel Antonio than fucking Sadio Mane right now. That's how bad this is. That's
what I'm saying. Our team at the minute is sad because it's declining. The best team that we've all probably seen in our generation is crumbling.
I need you to say that again. I need you to say that again. West Ham relegation favourites are above us 20-something games in.
We don't need to say that again.
Appalling.
Don't be ridiculous.
Yes, we do, because you don't understand how bad this is.
I understand our league position. If it was at the end of the season, I'd be in tears.
It's going to be at the end of the season. It's going to be worse at the end of the season.
Does it get worse in 7?
If that's genuine,
we're about to prove it does. We're about to prove it gets worse in 7.
If that's genuine, that you'll be in tears come the end of the season for that. It makes what I've got planned for the end of the season absolutely brilliant because we're going to get all the rivals on at the end just to have a nice, jolly good chat.
Sorry, at the end of the season, I'm at the title parade.
Oh my God!
David.
I mean, we spoke about the title. We spoke about the title parade last week, but Genie, you actually still want it? I
still want it, and it's going to go ahead, and I'm going to go. I'm going to meet dancing around and
Okay,
around.
we finished 10th, but we won the league last year. It's not ours anymore, but let's just celebrate it. Yes, come on.
Tom looks like he's about to.
What we're going to do is we're going to go to Manchester. We're going to go over to Manchester. We're going to ask, can we just borrow it for today? We'll give it back. At the end of today, we're going to have a bit of fun with it. We'll give it back to you. Because it won't be ours.
Last season was pointless.
Genie, mate, we can't help this. This isn't our fault. It's the world's fault. It's the world's fault. We are not going to be celebrating a year ago when we won the league. We're not finishing near the top 4 this season. Well, and at the same time, we're going to be celebrating last year's Premier League.
Forget the season. I don't care about the season.
Forget this season? Why would I forget this season?
The parade is not about this season. Obviously, the parade is about last season.
Do it. That's why we. You just why we can't do it. This parade.
Genie, will you let Jota?
Genie, for this league? Don't tell me we don't deserve a title parade after 30 years of waiting.
Okay, biologic. Let's just get the boys from the 80s back because they won it a couple of years ago. And we're not celebrating this season. We're celebrating that season. Let's get them all back on the bus. It's embarrassing. I'm gutted we missed the chance. I'm gutted we missed the chance. But you cannot celebrate it now because this season has been an embarrassment.
Genie, would you let Jota and Thiago on the bus?
If United were to do this, if United were to do this or City were to do this, you wouldn't say that's embarrassing.
This would be more embarrassing than the Gerrard slip.
If Manchester City or Manchester United were to have a similar situation like us, would you not say it's embarrassing from them?
What?
If United and City were to win the title and then finish ninth the next season and have a title parade, would you say it's embarrassing?
League, if I'm being honest with you, it's all fans have waited 30 years to see this team win the Premier League. When it happens, they will go to the title parade.
Didn't win the Premier League, though, did they? This team didn't win the Premier League. This team finished ninth.
What? The team that
this team didn't win the Premier League.
I just said Thiago and Jota don't deserve to be on the bus because they didn't win it.
So we're gonna have a parade without some of our players.
I
look forward to the squad harmony after that parade.
I'll vlog it.
All I'm gonna say is if this happens, I would advise most Liverpool fans deactivate their Twitter for some time because I'm not sure that will get lived down. Genie obviously will just start swinging around. He'll be loving it. Luke's saying so shameless. You're going to finish 11th and you're going to have a title.
See, that's why it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
That makes complete sense.
It's nothing about finishing this season. We're not
it's about being in the moment.
He also says Arsenal may as well have another title parade for the Invincibles.
Genie might join you.
If it happens, it's embarrassing. Before we wrap up, I do want to talk about Jurgen Klopp. Is it time for him to go?
Oh no, I have to go. No way.
I have to ask.
No, Mr. Negatives down here. You speak on this.
No, it's not. No.
Okay, good.
Tom, I'm absolutely embarrassed to even know Genie. His comments are absolutely outrageous.
Jurgen Klopp to go.
Do you think it?
Come on now.
Do you think it is time for? Because you look at his subs yesterday, you look at his mentality this season, and let's not forget this is a sort of cycle with Klopp. We saw it at Dortmund. Do you think it's time for a fresh start at Liverpool? Do you think
we can't just say cycle because we're not gonna. If we sack him now, then we don't give him time to prove that it's not that.
That's a fair point. But do you think that there needs to be a fresh change at Anfield?
I don't think it will happen. I don't think it will happen. But I do think what's happened this year has had an impact on him that I don't think a lot of us properly understand. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he did go at the end of the season. That's my genuine. I could see him.
The only reason I'd see Klopp leaving is if our players leave. That'd be it.
I could just see him go of his own accord.
Nah.
I don't think he's been able to deal with anything that's happened this year, personally, properly.
Obviously, he's still going to be grieving.
And that's going to have a massive fucking impact, especially it's come at a shit time because of how bad we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's going to all that part together. He doesn't have an escape. There's no escape as a football manager. If he walks, I'll be gutted, but I can't blame him. I can't blame him.
Yeah. Jeannie, do you think Klopp will? I don't think your board are brave enough or got the balls to sack Jurgen Klopp. But do you think Jurgen could just walk away at the end of the season and just go, look, I need to go back to Germany. I need to take a break from football, because he has said at the end of his contract he wants to take a break from football. Do you think he might just go, look, I need to do it now. I can't do this anymore.
No, I don't. He signed the contract, and I think he signed an extension to the contract, and I think he'll stay. He'll have the fans back in the stadium next season. Hopefully, our players will return.
Big money signing. The fans coming back. FSG love it.
Nothing about
Still has the same shit owners.
No, okay, that's never going to go away. He had these owners when he signed the extension. Well, what's that got to do with it?
Mm-hmm.
So why did he sign
when he signed the extension? When he signed the extension, he weren't asking for a centre back and then giving £2 million to go buy relegation threatened Schalke defenders.
Real money into this club.
When he signed that contract extension, I'm sure he thought this board will back me through thick and thin, and they haven't. Yeah. They haven't backed our most successful manager in the past 30 years. It's wrong. That man deserves everything for what he's done for this club. Mate, if he was to ask to have a statue built outside, I wouldn't want them to say no. They should do. That's how good he's been to this club. And the fact that they won't even go through. They won't even go through. But backing him when he needs it most is pathetic.
Yeah. Sonny, do you think Jurgen will walk at the end of the season?
No, he doesn't strike me as that sort of person. But like I said, if the players want to leave, because obviously we're not finishing the top four, I don't care what people say. If the players like Van Dijk, Salah, and them lot do want to leave, then I think it might be too much for him, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean that
you can't say he's not the type.
Who's your source, Genie? Who's your source?
Van Dijk won't leave.
Is James Pearce hiding behind that chair?
Look, James Pearce says a lot of things just keep the owners happy because you don't want to lose the links.
That's what. Yeah.
I bet you if James Pearce knows a lot more than what he's saying, and I think if he was to say it, there'll be absolute outrage at Liverpool. Hence why he doesn't, because he wants to keep them good links for the next manager and his job. But Dom's saying, I've got a strong feeling Klopp will go. I don't think he has the dedication as a manager of Liverpool Football Club anymore. It's a shame. Klopp is a brilliant manager. He built this previous winning Liverpool team so well. And Russ asking for some tears. But obviously Russ is in a delightful mood at the moment. But let's look to Fulham briefly.
I don't want to. It's at Anfield. Okay. It's practically not a loss.
So, firstly, you're without Kabak. He's now injured. But the good news is Nat Phillips and Ben Davies should be back. So, yeah. What's everyone's thoughts? Jeannie, what score prediction do you think you'll smash Fulham? Probably 5-6-0, knowing you.
Nah, I'm not making silly predictions anymore. But I know this is going to be a very tough game. I've always rated Fulham this season. So.
Well, like you said at the start of the stream, Ginny, we're going to beat them. So.
No, I didn't mention Fulham.
I mentioned
the game.
Fulham, we're going to beat them.
What?
You named out every game that we have coming up. Said Fulham, we're going to beat them. Burnley, we're going to beat them. Whoever we played, we were apparently going to beat them.
Yeah, maybe we'll beat them.
Oh yeah, backtracking already because the game's getting closer now.
What? Do you not think we'll beat Fulham?
No, I think it'll be 0-0.
Fair. I still think we're going to win.
0-0, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't, but I still think we're going to win. Yeah.
What score?
No, I'm not saying score. I've said too many scores.
You can say 1-0 if you think it's going to be close.
You've already said enough this stream, Genie, but that didn't stop you.
Nah, no score predictions because it could
Well, he said
Yeah,
win,
nice.
by the way. He said win. So there we go.
So yeah, Jeannie's bottled on a score prediction there. Tom, do you want to give a score prediction for Fulham?
I don't want to talk about the game. I don't want to talk
You
about
don't have
Liverpool
to.
because it felt bad. But if I had to do something, I don't know. I've backed Marley for the past 3 games to turn it around. He's just been shit every time. So if I said it again, he'd probably turn into utter dog shit on the pitch. I don't know. How bad is it that I can't see the Premier League champions not being able to beat a newly promoted team?
Maybe this time Mane might take a literal shit on the pitch. That might help the way of things are going. He might just go fuck it and take a shit.
Can I ask a quick question? Talking about Mane, would you start? Would you start Mane or would you start Jota?
I'd sell him.
No, it doesn't matter about the end of the season.
No,
Would you start
that needs to
Fulham? Fulham Sunday too. What? And you're just not having for the end of the season?
No, I'd rather play fucking. Let's be honest. Who's going to do much worse than him?
That's really cool, Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, answer my question. Who are you playing front three against Fulham? If you're the manager,
Shaqiri, Jota, Salah.
But that's not what you actually think.
There is. I said it yesterday with Sonny. I think we should go to a diamond. Shaqiri in the hole, but with Salah and Jota running behind.
Yeah,
in a diamond, I'd like to see that, to be fair.
Would be interesting, but
yeah.
Klopp ain't going to change that.
Wouldn't happen. No, not a chance.
Luke is convinced Genie is
just going to sacrifice his firstborn child and change from the 4-3-3. What are we thinking?
Genie, what's your thoughts of being compared to AFTV's?
I don't know what it means.
What do you mean you don't? Do you not know Thai?
Have you never watched AFTV?
Oh yes, AFTV. Oh
yeah.
Nah, he blames the refs, doesn't he?
That'll be coming next with you.
No.
We'll be here next Friday, and Genie will be like, "That damn referee cost us."
No, because I can look back on. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but we should have lost that game 3-0 in the first half. That Werner goal should have definitely been allowed.
Do you blame
about 5 wake-up chances?
Do I blame what?
Do you blame the referee for yesterday's performance, or?
No, not at all. I think the referee should have made it worse.
I used to blame the referee. Those were the good days. Good days.
Dom saying Liverpool are gonna be worried about Fulham. They got robbed against Spurs and they need a win to get out of the drop. They'll be up for this more than ever.
Dom, mate, you're really not helping me, mate. I'm trying to be positive about my football club, and you're saying that I need to be worried about that team.
You're trying to be positive. You're joking. You're trying to be positive. 8th and 9th, positive.
Realistic.
Positive.
There's a difference between positive and deluded.
No, because I said 6th is realistic.
And then he said also 4th.
Yeah, but that's like my hope think. That's like,
come on, get rid of your bloody hope thing.
Ross, before we finish up, I want to know your thoughts on Mason
unbelievable.
Mount.
He's brilliant. He's a brilliant guy. I like him on and off the pitch. I've always liked Mason Mount. He's a brilliant player.
He's a good player.
He's really good. Yeah. I'd love him at Liverpool.
I'm gonna pull a classic fucking thing. I don't want to talk about the other team. I want to talk about how shit my team were. We all know
you want to talk how bad we are, but you want to be positive.
Yeah, I do want to be positive.
Be positive then. Have some faith.
I cannot be. I want to be, but I can't.
Sorry, Tom. I do apologise. Hope you become.
Apologies, by the way. Mr. Grammar Boy says, "Sorry, Tom. I do apologies." Mr. Grammar Boy.
Do you? Tell fucking Genie I have to do some apologies for some of his awful predictions. Title charge, and then we go and lose to Brighton and Burnley back to back.
I apologise.
Not saying fuck's sake.
Convinced as a jinx.
But we've gone through everything I want to talk about. Anything that you guys want to just get off your chest in today's counselling session before we finish up?
Shit.
Why is my football club so shit?
I'm not going to sit and tell you anything that you don't already know.
Football team, Tom.
Genie, anything that you want to get off your chest before the counselling session ends?
We need to improve. A lot. We need to improve a lot.
Say it in other words, Genie. Say it in other words.
At the minute, we're rubbish.
There's 3 perfect words you can use right now. We are shit.
I agree. At the minute, we are. I agree.
Stop saying at the minute. It's gonna go on.
Yeah, it could. I don't know anymore.
We haven't got a captain. We haven't got a good centre back.
We have got a centre back. It's just nowhere near the quality.
Who's a good centre back? Who's a good centre back?
Nat Phillips is decent. I rate him.
Yeah, Phillips is decent, and Fab is a good centre. Oh, I didn't call him the good one, Tom. Get back.
I actually love that.
But Fabinho's the good centre back. I know he isn't a centre. No, I know he isn't, but he's good. When he plays there, he is good. You can't deny that.
I remember last season when we were saying Joe Gomez was the good centre back, and now we're going for the title.
Tom, do you not think Fabinho's a good centre back?
He's a DM.
Fabinho, no? No, because he's not
right. Let me put it this way: when Fabinho plays centre back, has he been good?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you walking away for?
Fabinho, when he has been better, when he has played, he's been better than his centre back partner. That doesn't mean he's been good. Doesn't mean he's been good.
You said yesterday that you named the players that have played well this season, and it was only Fabinho and Salah.
He has, but if you look at it comparatively, he hasn't had much competition at centre back. He's had one good centre back game for Fabinho. And it was Chelsea away. When he was playing alongside a better centre back than him, and he still did well. That's the only thing. The fact that we are now settling for saying that a person who was about to go on loan to Swansea and a defensive midfielder at centre back are good for the Premier League champions. We're not fucking Leicester 2017. We're supposed to be challenging for it all.
I think Nat Phillips is a great centre back for Burnley. But guys,
100%.
He's a no nonsense. Sure, I said it to
no nonsense centre off.
I said it at some point. I said Sean Dyche probably has wet dreams of Nat Phillips being his centre back. But we've come to the end of Liverpool's Campson session today.
Well, it's not worked by the looks of it. One's in floods of tears.
It's okay, Genie.
I just remember Reece Williams at my club. I just remember Reece Williams got given from my club this season.
The thing with the Campson sessions is the more you do it, the easier it gets and the better it improves.
Not the way we're playing. It can only get worse.
Hopefully in a couple of weeks' time, or shall I say months or years, the two, Sonny and Tom, might actually
be back here after another 30 years waiting for a Premier League title. We'll be back.
Hopefully they'll improve their sort of
Jimmy will still be saying he's going to go to that title parade.
If we got relegated, it'd be at the title parade.
There is definitely a mix of personalities in this stream. That much is for sure. But before we go, Jeannie, where can they find you, bro?
At the title parade.
Fuck's sake. Tom?
I don't play. That's fine. Not until the team wins the game.
You can find Tom's Twitter in the description. Sonny, bro, where can they find you?
LSC Sonny. Say again.
At the trophy parade?
No, you won't see me there. No. LSC Sonny on Twitter and Instagram, and the Liverpool Addiction on YouTube.
Yeah, that's good. And everyone's Twitters and YouTubes are in the description, so make sure you give them all a follow, especially if you want to see some great Liverpool content. Because now is exactly the time you want to be seeing that. You can find me at Nile_PAFC, where you'll find out when we're next going live and all of that. We'll be back here at 8 p.m. for the Gooner Show.
I remember when we used to laugh at Arsenal for being shit. Now we're laughing at us. It's Arsenal laughing at us after the start of the season. How have we had a worse season than Arsenal? They've won the relegation zone at 1 point.
We haven't had a worse season than Arsenal. What are you on about?
Oh, we have. We
haven't.
Yeah,
we haven't.
If our standards are there, yes, we have. If our standards are where they should be, we have.
Yeah. But
so why are we not doing
speaking, that? We are.
Why are we doing this statistically?
Because we're higher than in the league, which obviously I expect.
I couldn't care at this point.
Expectation-wise, of course we have.
Connor's impressed with the stream. But guys, we have left it there because I'll be back here at 8 o'clock with Sauls, Luke, and N5 for the Gooners show. And then at 10 p.m. tonight, it's the United show with a different host. I'll be there as a panelist to make sure all things haven't completely gone out of the window and gone to
You'll be joining them. What are you talking about?
You're going to have some positivity next.
Well, the thing is, we have to get the camps in session done early and sort of relatively in prime time destination. So 6 o'clock is the Liverpool show. But we'll be back here again next Friday. There's plenty of things going on in the weekend, and I'll let you know what's going on closer to the time. But make sure you follow my Twitter, and you'll know then. Probably got a watch along coming on tomorrow, I think. We'll also have reaction to the Burnley Arsenal game. That'll be a good one to come on as well. But make sure you've smashed the like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. There's still 20% of you that watch these and you're not subscribed. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. It'll massively help us all out here. And make sure you follow everyone on Twitter. Apart from Tom, I don't think he wants anyone following him on Twitter right now. But as I said, we'll be back here at 8 o'clock. But everyone, thanks for watching. And until then, cheers.